We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having any issue at any time that needs to be addressed, then please come.
The fans have been waiting for it. They want to see the debut of MP. He'll get a chance to show what he can do as they make their home debut. You can feel the It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And the Clippers starting five. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Bogdanovich out there with Harden. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Butler out there with Draymond Green. And it's Payton in its small forward. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business.
Different look here for the Warriors. MP's checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Gary Payton. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Brandon Podziemski. And Hield subbed in for Curry. And then for Los Angeles, Jones comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's done in for Bogdanovich. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Outside Butler. Here's the 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers trail by 12. In the corner, Powell with it. That one's off. Still out of sync. Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And the slam by Moody.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Leonard, pass to Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
Incredible reverse throwdown, excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Hield outside, over Harden, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Warriors lead by 14. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
And they've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Moody. And it's Collins in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Warriors' 5. Kuminga kicks to Collins. Simmons pulls it in. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 14. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
To the left wing, Curry kicks to Kuminga, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Green is checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Buddy Hield. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Los Angeles. James Harden comes in for Simmons. Clippers trail by 16. Harden surveying the D, and it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Bogdanovich. Some changes. MP's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Jimmy Butler comes in for Moody. And Gary Payton has subbed in for Stephen Curry. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Norman Powell comes in for Chris Dunn. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 17-7 run. And here's Collins. And he lays it straight in. MP's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, MP knows when he gets the ball that close, he's got to attack.
Outside Leonard. 40 seconds left here in the second. To the inside. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
It doesn't get any easier for Zubats. He'll take those anytime he gets them.
And here's Collins from outside. Cans it from downtown. MP's got his third basket of the night right there.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
But tried by Zubats.
And that's how you finish. Zubats.
Podziemski with it. 17 points in his last outing. On the wing, MP. No good on the three. And so it's the Golden State Warriors cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. They'll get you back to the action after this break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Run line.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for Golden State.
Well, to be honest, a good shot for one person may not be a good shot for you. Each guy on this team has to understand his limitation.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule. Thanks for joining us. Now
And with the for Payton. And the Clippers with a change here too. Chris Dunn's checked in for Bogdanovich. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Zubats in at 7.
Oh man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Brent. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
Coming right back, MP with a huge three.
Green against Leonard. Back to Harden. Puts up a deep three. The Warriors pull it in. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. The three from MP. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Harden's got 4 rebounds in this game. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent. I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. There's a minute left to play in the third. Pass to Zubac. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Harden outside. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Collins, good.
It feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. 19-point game. Inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Some changes for Golden State. Kuminga's come in for Draymond Green. And it's Moses Moody in for Stephen Curry. And then for the Clippers, Derek Jones, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Amir Coffey comes in for Powell. And it's Ben Simmons in for James Harden. To the paint. There's the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. And here they go. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Kuminga's got his first basket of the night.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Dunn, wide open, he fires. And the 3 off target. With 1 on the clock. A shot that time, not on target. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. Back right after this. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
All right, great pace, great energy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Moses Moody is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's MP in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Offensive rebound, Simmons. And the rejection by Collins. Moody the pass to MP. Outside for Curry. Here's Collins. And Simmons with the rebound. Clippers trail by 17. Pass to Harden. Down low. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Kuminga. And here's Collins. Hits it from 3-point range. Collins has got 10 points here in the second half.
MP is a cool customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Simmons sets a screen for Harden. To the middle. Done outside. Pass to Harden. From past the arc. Sinks the triple. Harden's got 19 points.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Different look here for the Warriors. Green is checked in for MP. Butler comes in for... Completely new group for Los Angeles.
Be up on that. Don't let him breathe.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Kuminga the pass to Collins. Sinks the three-pointer. Collins has got 6 here in this quarter.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end. And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Outside, Payton for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Butler.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dunn. The Warriors pull it in.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Collins with another miss. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Simmons passes to Eubanks. Here's Coffey. Pass to Simmons. Jones, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. Now here's Hield. The 3 from MP. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was